One of the biggest bomb just exploded, which is FTX. I'm pretty sure that if you have been on Twitter, you should already know about what's happening with FTX, what's happening with Binance, what's happening with crypto as a whole. But of course, if you're not on Twitter, okay, you're looking at like crypto prices and things like that. You're gonna see Bitcoin down like what 12%. Bitcoin, the coin that's supposed to be like the highest market cap, the coin that's supposed to be this godsend, down 12%. On top of the fact that it's already been down like 60%. Okay, so pretty bad. But let's talk about FTX today. Okay, FTX basically came out as somewhat of like acting like the Feds, trying to be the lender of the last resort, as what CNBC called them as well, trying to bail out a lot of different other companies. They built out BlockFi, they built out Voyager, they built out a lot of other exchanges throughout. I think in the past year or so, a lot of exchanges came out to be, well, I wouldn't want to call them frauds, but they came out to be a little bit less than lacking, and they all went bankrupt. And of course, FTX came to the rescue with Sam Bankman-Fried, SBF. I'm just going to call him SBF, or no, I'm just going to have tongue-tied all over the place. Okay, but of course, we're going to talk about FTX, okay? But let's go through some of the Twitter thread that we actually see. Okay, first of all, SBF, they said that, okay, he basically said, I have a few announcements to make. Things have come to a full circle. FTX.com. First and last investors are the same. We have come to an agreement on a strategic transaction with Binance for FTX.com. For people who are unaware, Binance actually came out with a tweet. Well, not Binance, but CZ. But let's be honest, it is Binance. Okay, CZ came out to say that they actually have a non-binding LOI, which is a letter of interest, I believe, to actually acquire FTX as a whole. So this is a liquidity crunch situation at the moment. Okay, so right now they are talking about a strategic transaction with Binance. Let's be honest here, it's just straight up getting liquidated via Binance. But it's all right. Let's continue. All right. Our teams are working on clearing out the withdrawal backlog as is. This will clear our liquidity crunches. All assets will be covered one-to-one. This is one of the main reasons we have asked Binance to come in. It may take a bit to settle, etc. We apologize for that. All right, let's be honest, we heard this for the 1,000th time. Assets will be covered one-to-one. That's a lie. Okay? As much as they want to go through all the withdrawal backlogs and such, okay, what they mean by going through with the withdrawal backlogs, it simply means that people who want to withdraw their money at the moment, they are going to continue to let them withdraw all the money that they want. Okay? So they're going to pump in more money because obviously they do not actually have everyone's money. Let's be honest here. No actual exchange have that. Okay? But of course, you can say that FTX might have that. And they're going through their withdrawal backlog. Of course, right now, the outflow pressure is a lot higher than the inflow pressure. Okay, outflow pressure, aka people getting their money out, people getting their tokens out, people getting everything out instead of in. That's your outward pressure. Okay, so the outward pressure at the moment is pretty big. And then, of course, with the backlog happening, a lot of people are actually queuing up for them to actually get their withdrawals to get out. Because everyone already know what happened with all those exchanges before going bankrupt. They're going to freeze withdrawal. That's going to be your first phase. Next phase, they're going to be talking about how, don't worry, there might be a new coin that will help this reserve. Luna. And then afterwards, they go bankrupt. So I'm pretty sure these three phases we've already seen a lot in the crypto sphere. So, of course, with what they're actually saying is that, we're going to clear out the withdrawal backlog. Of course, Sam Bankman-Fried, SBF, he was actually worth $16 billion before this whole entire liquidity crunch. Now he is already not a billionaire. I think he's down to like about $900 million to his net worth. Oh, boo-hoo, like he needs to care, but okay, oh well. All right, anyway, next up, he talked about but the important thing is, customers are protected. Let's be honest. BlockFi said the same thing. Voyager said the same thing. If anything, Voyager even said that, oh, don't worry, because we are a listed company. although they're listed in Canada, they said that, oh, we're a listed company. So we made sure that all those risk process that we actually have is going to protect the customer. Well, what happened? Voyager went bankrupt as well. So who cares, right? All right, next up we have to follow. Of course, a huge thank you to CZ, Binance, and all of our supporters, which is kind of funny, okay? To me, I thought that it was kind of a joke something, because in the past few months, we actually see SBF and CZ having a little bit of an internet beef. Okay, we see on Twitter, SBF always kind of just have like some friendly jab to CZ, telling him that, oh, you are not going to be able to enter US, right? That sort of thing. Actually putting in a sort of like a context saying that Binance is actually a shady company as compared to what FTX is actually known for. Okay, so this is a user-centric development that benefits the entire industry. Of course it does, according to him. CZ has done and will continue to do an incredible job of building out the global crypto ecosystem and creating a freer economic world. I think that all this is already kind of not that important. Right now, they're just trying to kind of just at least let people not completely lose faith in FTX as of now. And of course, I do think that it's kind of important for us to actually talk about this as well, which is note that FTX US and Binance US, they are two separate companies and they are not currently impacted by this. FTX US, so for people who are unaware, so FTX US is basically the FTX for the US only. FTX.com is for the other global site, which is the one that's going through this whole entire situation. Okay, the same as Binance US and Binance.com. This is where decentralized finance become a little bit murky and a lot of gray area getting involved. Okay, so for example, for CZ himself, he is the CEO of Binance Capital. Okay, however, Binance Capital is owned by Binance Holdings, and Binance Holdings is actually in the Cayman Islands. So we do not know who actually owned Binance Holding either. Which is why a lot of people, especially for the people in the United States, not a big fan of Binance simply because it seems very, very dodgy. They don't know who are they dealing with. They don't know who and what are they dealing with, which is why Binance in general, not really exactly the best. My own opinion, I don't know. Okay. So of course, we do need to say that Binance US and FTX US is not impacted by all this. We are only talking strictly about FTX.com and also about Binance actually, giving out an LOI, acquiring FTX.com. All right, so now we have to move on, which is CZ Binance. Okay, this one is the one that we have to kind of go through a little bit. Okay, this afternoon, FTX asked for our help. There's a significant liquidity crunch to protect users. We signed a non-binding LOI, which is the one I talked to you about, intending to fully acquire FTX.com and help cover the liquidity crunch. Okay, so what can Binance actually do for FTX at this moment in time? Most likely what's going to be happening is that Binance is going to just buy over FTX for a whatever amount, maybe 2 billion, 3 billion, I don't know. There will be a set amount of money. That money will then be used to continue to give out for the withdrawal backlogs. Hopefully, all the people will get out scot-free, other than SBF himself. But I highly doubt that to be the case. Most likely, there's going to be people getting hurt because you're talking about just withdrawal, okay? We are not talking about people who are the back holders, okay? People who are holding onto FTT tokens. Okay, FTT tokens was about like $28 or so in the past few weeks. Right now, if I'm not mistaken, it should be like about $3. I actually have not checked FTT token price. FTT token price. Oh, okay, now my bad. It's $4 only. Oh my god. Okay, it's $4.50 at the moment. So yeah, pretty bad. $4.50 for FTT token at the moment. But yeah, so afterwards you can see, whoops, my bad. There's a lot to cover and will take some time. There's a highly dynamic situation. We're assessing the situation in real time. Binance has the discretion to pull out from the deal at any time. We expect FTT to be highly volatile in the coming days as things develop. Okay, which is why I think that this is very, very easy for us to actually see that CZ is basically throwing FTX under the bus. Of course, being able to acquire FTX at the moment would be great. Okay, being able to acquire the second competitor upcoming would effectively monopolize decentralized finance. I don't know how that actually sounds in my head. That's some 5D chess in my head, but that's what CZ is trying to do. If he is able to liquidate FTX to that extent, Binance is going to be so far ahead of any of their competitors. It's actually ridiculous. We actually thought that FTX was going to take over Binance. That is one of the huge corporation keeping Binance in check. But of course, this happened, and of course, a lot of people are coming up with rumors, of course, on Twitter threads and such, saying that CZ was the one that actually started with this whole entire liquidity crunch, creating rumors for FTX to actually drop. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm not sure how based are all these rumors. I'm not going to be getting into those. But what we are going to be talking about is just pure facts, which is FTT is down 80%. Bitcoin is down 12%, Ethereum 20%. Okay, all the other altcoins that you have out there, I don't care what altcoins you have, you look at 25, you look at 30%, you look at 50% for even some of them. Okay, all of them are actually getting affected. Okay, which is why it comes down to this, which is if you're still 100% into crypto as your main portfolio, diversify your portfolio. And I'm not talking about diversifying your Bitcoin into Ethereum or your Ethereum into Cardano or your Cardano into Polkadot. No. Okay, you have to look at your whole entire portfolio to look at it and say, okay, you know what? Maybe I'll have a bit of stocks, equities. Okay, maybe I'll have a bit of a bank deposits. Maybe I'll have a little bit of bonds. Maybe I have a little bit of real estate if you're that rich. Okay. You have to diversify your portfolio. Getting 100% into just cryptocurrency, I think 2022 really taught us a lot. And if we are unable to actually move on from what we have learned today with FTX, it's actually mind-boggling for me to actually go through all this news from the past 24 hours, because FTX, when they actually came into the industry, it was like a storm. Okay, FTX was like this savior that was able to bail people out. They were like this. It's just this billionaire guy that really wanted to, steer the entire economy. Trying to get a freer economic world, according to his words. Okay, and then afterwards, we always thought that he was going to make it. Okay, we always thought that he was going to make it, and well, he was always going to make it until he didn't. And that's why we are here today talking about this whole absolute mess that we have in the entire crypto sphere. Which is why I just think that, if you're still into cryptocurrency and you do believe in cryptocurrency, of course, I'm not telling you to sell everything. Okay. Of course, this is not financial advice. You don't have to sell everything. Okay. You can sell some if you wish, but, you can buy more if you want. Again, not financial advice, but diversify your entire portfolio. Okay, you might be 80% into cryptocurrency, and maybe this is a good time for you to realize that maybe having 80% into cryptocurrency, having one time of such an event could make you lose 50% of your entire portfolio. Maybe, just maybe. Okay. But of course, I do want to ensure that people don't misunderstand me as being a crypto bear, because I still hold my crypto as well. Okay, I've been holding my crypto for the longest time, and I do still believe in Web3 and even Web4 when it comes. I do believe that crypto actually plays a huge part in the future, and I want to be there to actually see it. I want to be there to actually use it. But right now, there's just going to be a lot of headwinds for the currency as a whole, industry as a whole, and those are going to be huge issues for us to actually face in the upcoming months or even years. So, just be careful as you actually continue on. But anyway, that's all I have for this sudden video. You always thought that I will only be coming out with video every Wednesday and Saturday, like you see over here. But yeah. I mean, I do post more videos other than Wednesday and Saturday if this sort of urgent news actually comes out and I kind of want to cover it a little bit. But anyway, that's all I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoy this sort of content, I'll appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. I think it should be up here somewhere. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.